When faced with life decisions such as choosing a career path or dealing with personal crises, it's crucial to have a deep understanding of oneself and recognize their true potential. Discovering your genuine abilities, effortlessly excelling in them, is key to unlocking your real potential. Achieving this requires self-exploration and undergoing the process of individuation, as coined by Carl Jung. Individuation involves transforming one's personality by integrating subconscious elements, thereby becoming whole. Carl Jung, a renowned psychoanalyst and founder of analytical psychology, made significant contributions to various disciplines, including psychiatry, anthropology, archaeology, literature, philosophy, psychology, and religious studies. His philosophy, known as Jungian philosophy, is captured in influential works such as Psychology of the Unconscious, Man and His Symbols, The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, Modern Man in Search of a Soul, The Psychology of the Transference, Memories, Dreams, Thoughts, and the Relations Between the Ego and the Unconscious. Jung's mentor was the famous psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud, but he eventually diverged from Freud's theories and established his own school of psychology, analytical psychology. This approach focuses on the present, mythology, folklore, and cultural experiences, with the aim of integrating human consciousness. Individuation remains a central process within analytical psychology, as Jung regarded self-discovery and realizing one's potential as essential tasks in human development. To leverage Jung's teachings and fulfill your potential, we present 8 lessons derived from Carl Jung's philosophy. Avoid letting others define you. Jung cautioned against allowing the world to dictate who you are, emphasizing the importance of self-awareness and self-definition. Divergence from Freud. Jung differed from Freud in several aspects, including his rejection of the notion that all psychological ailments stem from childhood traumas, and his skepticism toward the concept of the superego as the internal voice of conscience. The complexity of behavioral influences. According to Jung, our actions are shaped by various factors beyond biological and childhood events. Future aspirations and self-perception also play significant roles in determining behavior, nurturing a realistic and positive self-perception. Maintaining an optimistic outlook on oneself in the future provides strength and resilience against potential psychological afflictions induced by external pressures. Balancing external demands with self-expression. The world constantly imposes expectations, occasionally testing our limits. It is crucial to diminish the external voice and amplify our inner voice. Embracing individuality. Throughout life, we often find ourselves imitating others, starting from an early age. However, cultivating a strong sense of self prevents bitterness and regret stemming from neglecting our true nature. Authenticity over conformity. It is essential to reflect on personal values and aspirations, deciding whether security or freedom, competition or collaboration, exploration or routine align better with our authentic selves. Engaging in introspection. Continually questioning one's identity, preferences, and future aspirations leads to self-discovery. This self-reflection enables informed decision-making and empowers individuals to assert their desires rather than succumbing to external demands. Regardless of age, investing effort in finding one's unique style, voice, behavior, and way of life is crucial for living a fulfilling existence that authentically represents who you are. Without a clear understanding of your unique qualities, it becomes challenging to identify activities that can lead you to your true potential. Understanding your passions is crucial, as Carl Jung stated, "A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them." As a pioneer of psychoanalysis, Jung recognized the significance of individuals having the courage to confront their subconscious elements, including repressed desires such as sexual impulses or the desire to engage in socially unacceptable activities. Healing ourselves from these desires requires the bravery to face them head-on. When we avoid or run away from what makes us uncomfortable or frightened, these elements resurface in more detrimental ways, affecting our behavior and intensifying anxiety. Repressed desires and passions are often at the core of these subconscious elements. We repress them because they may contradict societal norms or overwhelm us to a point where we feel incapable of coping. An aloof attitude towards life, passivity, and avoidance of social interactions often stem from running away from our passions and strong emotions. For example, suppose you possess a passion for communication and have the potential to become an exceptional public speaker. However, due to a childhood trauma where an adult mocked your speaking abilities, you now fear opening up to others and facing potential embarrassment. To overcome such anxieties and rediscover your true passions, engaging in practices such as journaling, dream analysis, self-discovery, self-forgiveness, and dedicating time to activities that genuinely matter to you are essential. By gradually overcoming your fears, you may even realize your talent and recognize the unfounded nature of your anxiety, as exemplified in the public speaking scenario. Getting in touch with what brings you alive and delving into the inner workings of your passions is a vital aspect of self-realization. Focusing on the person you aspire to be holds immense significance. As Jung stated, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." Despite Jung's deep interest in mythology and the concept of the collective unconscious, which influences us without our awareness, he emphasized the development of conscious capabilities to shape our destiny. While vulnerability to unconscious elements is acknowledged, Jung highlighted the importance of actively choosing who we want to become and integrating all aspects, including components of our immature psyche, such as a constant desire for love or fear of abandonment. Over time, these elements should be integrated into a well-functioning whole, forming our individuality through a process called individuation. Defining our end goal and the person we aspire to be significantly impact our psychological well-being. If we lack a clear vision of who we want to become or how we wish to present ourselves to the world, we may simply drift along without asserting our will or making thoughtful decisions. An inherent danger in living passively, without exerting effort and considering important life choices, is the possibility of repeating traumatic episodes from our past. Allowing the unconscious to govern our lives often leads us back to unresolved issues, typically negative experiences that require resolution. For instance, if you come from a dysfunctional family where neglect or abuse occurred, blindly following instincts or emotions when choosing a life partner may result in replicating similar circumstances. To overcome such fears, it is crucial to have a clear vision of where you genuinely desire to be, formulate a rational plan to achieve it, and persistently follow through, paying less attention to doubts and fears. By focusing on who you want to become, you integrate the components of your immature psyche into a new personality unburdened by fear. To avoid becoming a victim of past experiences and fears, spend time introspecting, reflect on past encounters, recognize their lessons, and understand that they do not define you. What truly defines you is the person you aspire to become. Commit to striving in real life to embody that ideal self. To overcome addiction, Carl Jung teaches us that every form of addiction is detrimental, whether it's substance abuse or being fixated on idealistic notions. Addiction affects us on various levels, including biological, social, psychological, and spiritual. Jung noticed similarities between individuals struggling with addictions like alcoholism and those consumed by idealistic fantasies. Both seek to escape reality and evade the real issues that cause pain, often due to a sense of inadequacy in facing them. Maintaining a healthy psyche requires staying connected to reality rather than avoiding it. If you dislike being overweight and unsuccessful, it is essential to face reality courageously, create a plan to change your situation, and take active steps such as pursuing job opportunities more assertively and following a consistent exercise routine. Spending your days in a state of partial unconsciousness or immersed in damaging idealism prevents you from connecting with your true self and finding solutions to break free from your current circumstances, allowing you to develop a life that reflects your potential. Being honest about your capabilities is crucial, as Jung asserts that you are defined by your actions, not just your words. During the process of individuation, which Jung extensively wrote about, aligning your actions with your ideal self is paramount. In the early stages of life, one explores different ways of living, experimenting with various identities. However, as you reach a certain stage, around 40 according to Jung, you should gain clarity about who you genuinely want to be and ensure that your actions align with that vision. It is beneficial to keep your word, realistically assess your time constraints and skills based on past experiences, and adjust your promises accordingly. Continuously failing to deliver on your commitments erodes trust, making your words lose their credibility. Understanding and acknowledging your limits is essential in navigating the journey towards reaching your potential.